Hello, hello. Testing, testing. Hold on, give me 1 second. All right, we're good. Okay, so let me put this here, get this down. All right, what's shaking, y'all? I just have to make sure my sound is good. Y'all can hear me. Eh, all righty. So good morning, everybody. I know my page that I don't have any subscribers on. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stream it first, and then I may, I don't know yet, I may share it to my other page. But the purpose of me coming over here and streaming it is so that this page can get more fresh subscribers, more new energy. And I understand that I can't control who follows me or who subscribes to me, but it's just my other page was built on toxicity. And this page over here, I wanted to be built more on positivity, if that makes sense. So I decided to do this on my birthday so I can always remember that this is the day that I started new. I started fresh. I moved forward. So, of course, it's going to look like I'm talking to myself for a little bit, which is why I did put the timer on for about 45 minutes so I can get myself together. But y'all, I got myself together. Okay. So, if you're wondering why I don't have a camera just yet, due to my stuff being hacked, I was kind of worried that people were hacking into my cameras and my microphones and stuff, which, nothing really happens. But I put tape over my camera and it's not coming off until I get some more tape, okay? So I don't need nobody questioning me about why you can only hear my voice. Don't focus on what's important. Don't focus on what I got physically right now. Right now. Okay? I'm gonna have to do what it do. But okay, so let's get started, y'all. So peep this. I have a clip, right? And before I get into all that, my name is Minnie. Okay. Minnie Chevelle. Don't nobody know that. And I have been on this journey for about 8 years now. It started when my daughter, she wasn't taken she was removed out of my custody temporarily, but I ended up not going back to court because they were trying to strip my rights permanently. So, I kind of bowed out gracefully. I never gave up fighting though. I didn't fight for her legally. I fought for her in other ways. Okay. And I did make some progress, and it ended me to somewhat the truth, clarity, which is the name of this stream. Clarity of why I went through what I went through. And it's a good thing, but it's also a bad thing because I'm not completely sure what all has happened. And I guess everybody's gonna find out at the same time that I find out what really happened. But I wanted to share what I did come up with. And it started off when I was a part of this platform as a supporter, as a subscriber. And I basically wanted to help them build their platform, just because it wasn't really any ill intent. I didn't really want anything back for it or anything, but I wanted to help them take their platform in a positive direction because I feel like, there are certain things that people have nostalgia about. And one of those things that I feel like is that, kind of raunchy sense of humor, you know, the 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 good stuff. Back when comedy was cutthroat, real raw, you know? And because this world is so sensitive now, I just feel like if you want to give your opinion and it's raw and unfiltered and people still love you for it, that's rare. So I just wanted to help them do that. And Lord behold, I did that for about maybe like 3-4 years. And one day things just took a weird turn, right? And basically what ended up happening was he started to cover a story that a lot of people don't really cover because not everybody knows who these people are. And they go by Brianna Battle and Latruth Hampton. I think that's his name. And how we ended up there was she, as in Miss Brianna, on Facebook, and she literally just started like going crazy. Now, mind you, this has been something that has been going on since I guess early the pandemic or something, but we never knew that. Okay. We didn't know that there had been a whole big old controversy and there was people fighting over them, and you had one side that was fighting for the husband. It was just a mess, y'all. Okay. And so people who stumbled upon us, they kind of were feeling the vibe, but I wasn't feeling how they just came and crashed the party because of somebody's opinion. I, I was, we felt. Well, I don't know anybody else, but I don't like to see other people getting attacked. That's always been me. I've always been a defender. You can't just get attacked in front of me, and I'm not gonna say nothing or do nothing about it. And that's just with anything or anybody. Um, so they just so many supporters. It was like SWAT, like you know how like the SWAT kicks in your door and just everybody get out. I was like, damn, my arms is up. Well, wait, what's going on? Like, they caught me. They caught us with I won't say caught us with our pants, but they literally caught us in the middle of us doing just random shit. it threw me off guard. So when I started voicing my opinion, and I was like, y'all can't come over here doing all that crazy stuff. I guess they kind of shined a light upon me. And I literally like went from there. And they basically like, well, y'all don't know what's going on. Y'all don't know what's going on. And I'm like, excuse me, y'all motherfuckers are crazy. I like crazy. I like to dance with crazy. Let's dance then. Come over here and start. I'm talking about they was shooting balls at everybody. I was like, oh my gosh. So anyway, it was literally like a disaster that I was trying to make sense of. So I ended up gravitating towards people who felt like they were fighting for right? And from the looks of it, it did seem like, you have these people that are defending a woman for, doing wrong instead of correcting her, uplifting her, basically enabling her behavior. And so I'm just like, okay, what y'all not gonna do is come over here with that shit. Heavy on the shit. I don't know who y'all think y'all is, but baby, we was over. We have a great time. We be over here getting drunk, smoke a little weed, do what to do, and they didn't like that. They didn't like that people just come over here and have fun, and they literally like So anyway, child, I came in swinging. I was like, no, you need to go tell that my pet motherfucker to get off the internet and go fix her marriage. Because if somebody is abusing you, then why are you like? I'm in a domestic violence relationship, bitch. Excuse my language, but that's how I was feeling. But this was back in like 2023. I'm not sure the exact month, but 2023, I was just like, having a ball with them. And I thought we was all having a ball. Then it became serious. So when I gravitated towards a certain group of people, I didn't realize that they consider me a heavy, what do you call it? Like a heavy hitter or something. In their sense, I was like a heavy hitter because I was, that mouth, that wordplay, I'm a little player with it. I'm coming in left, and I'm coming right, and I'm coming swinging. I'm hitting them hoes like Mike Tyson with the words. And, I get it. A lot of people wanted somebody that can, be able to voice their opinion. But I was ratchet with it. I was coming out there, hey, bitch. Leave these people alone. Why y'all like the way that they made it seem like they were just bullying them, right? Like people were just getting bullied about their opinion because they came over there and bullied us about our opinion. So I went towards the people that was so-called getting bullied. And when I tell y'all, it was a mess. It was a mess. It was to the point where they tried to call me out for not having no, like they were just like, oh, we not worried about anything. You ain't nobody. You just, so I raised up. Who? I have a voice. Okay? And that's all y'all need is my voice. I don't have to threaten nobody. I don't have to do anything. I have my voice. And yeah. I made a page. And at first it was creating young knowledgeable ones, which is something that I came up with because people always try to throw the word crazy on me. So I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna use that crazy word for my benefit and use it for something positive. So of course the abbreviation for creating young knowledgeable ones was psycho. Because yes, I'm psycho for a cause. I'm psycho for the children. I'm psycho for truth. I'm psycho for good. Okay? Yes. You want to throw me in there to dance with the devil, baby? I can dance with the devil all day long. Anyway. So yeah, that's what happened. And we did that for a few months. I really wasn't tripping on them, trying to call me. What do people say? Oh, you got too many times on your hand. You got too much time on your hand. I did have a lot of time on my hands. I was a security guard. I had nothing but time on my hands because all I had to do was watch cameras. And I was working. I was working. I was going to school, and I was cussing people out all day, every day. They didn't know what was going on. Oh Lord, I kind of miss those days because those were the days that I didn't really know what was going on. I had moved away from Texas to kind of like get a breath of fresh air and went back to Colorado with my sister to help her with the kids. And it was just me and my daughter up until my mom went into a coma, I guess. I don't know what to call it. It was like a cardiac arrest or something. And this was 2024 around February. So I don't really know if I noticed people. Actually, no. This everything jumped off. Literally everything jumped off as soon as my mama went into cardiac arrest. That was in February. So like when she went in, I had just got my approved for my I had a loft, and I didn't get a chance to kind of like tell nobody about it because so much stuff was going on. And then I was having to come from Colorado to Texas like almost every week. So that's when people just started coming into my life, like weird random people. So blessings started coming in, but also it was, like people following me, people watching me, stalker, like everything was just weird. And so we'll get into that. Today I'm gonna cover what happened in the Brianna Latruth saga. Um Clarity that I gained about what was going on around me that ended up exposing exposing about what happened to my child, and basically where I'm at today with the clip. So trying to think, uh disclaimer, it may be a trigger warning. um I don't know, y'all. This is like the release that I needed, and I'm happy. I thought I was gonna be sad. I thought I was gonna be here. Y'all motherfuckers ain't shit. Because in reality, they ain't. Like, ain't shit at all. But you know what, though? I ain't even mad. I'm not. I'm really happy because you know how they say the truth will set you free. This is like that stretch. You just wake up from a long nap hibernation over the winter, and you like, yes, bitch, the sun is outside. Ooh, where the grapes? Yeah, that's how I feel now. So, yeah. Okay, what did I say I was going? I had to write down a list of everything that I was gonna do so I don't be everywhere. Okay, so boom, that happened. Get into my loft. I had, a couple people around me in Colorado. It was cool. It was chilling. I was thugging. I was doing my own thing. And my daughter, she ended up going with her father. And now I'm not going to get into stuff that happened with him before then because I just want this live to be like probably like 45 minutes. But basically she ended up with him, and he was on this type of timing that he wanted to be together with me, blase, blase, blase. You know they all do that. They all ain't seen them for a couple years and they come back, ain't with my family. And I was just like, okay, cool. Maybe because I was bored. I don't know. I had look don't knock me. I was bored, I was lonely, I ain't had no nigga, wasn't nobody that was back before self-love was a thing. Anyway, so I drive 12 hours back and forth, boom, go see my mama, boom, come back, go see my mama, boom. But it was only because the lady that I used to cuss out for stalking me, she was my manager. She had just started working there, and her name is Shalimar. And y'all are gonna hear a lot about Shalimar because it's been a year. And she doesn't work there. She doesn't even know where I am, and she still finds her way to stalk me. That's how this was my manager, y'all. So anyway, I had to go and help the lady because she ain't no shit. Dumber than a pair of scissors. And Lord forgive me, that's figuratively speaking. I really wish the best for that lady, but she just needs some help. And yeah. So that happened. Let me see. Let me go through my brain. Okay. So people started to bring up the fact that, okay, so while this was happening, y'all, I was helping the people that needed to be helped. I gravitated towards the people that needed to gravitate to at the time. And Brianna would, I guess, like, watch me too. So she started turning her whole identity to me. So it ain't funny, Lord forgive me, because the situation she in right now is kind of because of her envy and jealousy of a lot of people, including me. But she started off in the game trying to keep the dude she with now because of some stuff that happened with her and his female that he was with. And trying to trap him and all kinds of. So me, when I feel like you don't like me, I just do stuff to piss you off. And, and I literally had went on her baby daddy wall. Oh no, he's live on Instagram. And me, I'm just a supporter. I was just like, oh, okay, that looks good. I wasn't flirting with him or nothing. I was now that I think about it, I was just being real pretty, y'all. But it wasn't like to throw it in her face or rub it in her face. I didn't know she was that trouble. I didn't. She be all on this, I'm the baddest and everything. So I was just like, oh, okay, oh, but she got real mad. Real mad. So that's when, her live, she had made a live, and her and the lady that was, kind of like she was paying come out and defend her, they started making these subliminals like, yeah, you better pipe down or I'm gonna expose you type shit. So me, I hit that live button. Bitch, open up this page. I've been waiting on somebody to I've been waiting for somebody. Yes, please bring attention because you know what? I was done unfairly, bitch, and you ain't gonna expose nothing but the motherfucking truth. So help me. But you know what? When they figured out that it was helping me more than hurting me, they never did. Ain't that some shit? Ain't that some shit? They never did. So I was literally telling her, like, bitch, because what you don't want to do is open up the Pandora's. But I still have that live. I'm thinking of because everybody's trying to figure out, what do I do? Where did I come? Yeah, I had to delete a lot of that stuff. Because I had to literally, like, verbally pick hoes up and slam them through the IP address. It was ruthless. Okay. So it got to the point where I was no longer defending this nigga Latruth, or I was never really defending him anyway. I was just speaking on the truth of the matter of is that everybody acting slow as fuck, especially on that side. There's defending the Brianna lady. They call it sides or whatever the case may be. And yeah, I was just basically like, everybody's delusional as fuck. But when it became more about how they was trying to do me and not defending people that was trying to really stand behind on some shit, on some weird shit, that was just basically a gateway for more people to come and get to my business. So P gang, y'all. P gang. They know about stuff that ain't even hit the internet. Okay? So me, I go do my research. The fuck? Because I'm trying to figure out why these hoes in my business. You know what I'm saying? So Come to find out, the girl that was supporting like state groups and all kinds of shit, right? One of them that was like her main stalker, like the girl was obsessed with the brown lady. She stayed down the damn street. But y'all, the gag is she's I don't know if she's from the Grove or she's from Mesquite or I think she's from Louisiana, but she's been in those places for a long time. And if y'all don't know what Mesquite is, Mesquite is next to Dallas, probably like 15, 20 minutes away from Dallas. And what I mean by down the street is, bitch, you in the city. You in the hood. So of course you know about me. You know exactly what's going on. Oh, okay. So you knew about me before I knew about you. Cool. That's kind of the point. That's kind of what I've been waiting on somebody to acknowledge the fact that they know who I was, because literally everybody tried to make it seem like all the stuff that I was doing was for nothing. Shit. Anyway, I literally was like, oh, okay, so you know me. So now I'm calling out the female, because you some type of investigator, bitch. Investigate these nuts. Like, I'm not playing with y'all. Everybody was trying to get into my business, trying to figure out where I was at. No, you can pull up what I did back in like 2015, 2016, baby. But I learned my lesson. I did what I did. Went to jail the first time I did it. Both times. I know exactly that ain't what the fuck I was supposed to do. That's why I'm at work. And not only am I at work, I'm in school. So what can you say? Literally, what can you say? And yeah, it's so funny. So yes, I'm going back and forth with everybody. Everything was just so weird. Everything. When I say everything. So now it's come to the point where I had to sit and see what the fuck was going on. I did. I had to see like who know who know back, who know. And while I'm doing this, I had this guy who helped me out a lot. I appreciate his son. And he was basically like giving me the game of how the stuff go. Like, I didn't know they did none of this stuff behind YouTube, you know. But a lot of this stuff that y'all see on YouTube is fake. And what I mean by fake is you have somebody that's, you know, coming out there and they're with a group of people and then they're beefing with another group of people and stuff. Like, I didn't know Mo3 had a sector and everybody been beefing about this nigga since he was dead. I didn't know none of that. I didn't know none of that. Y'all, people from Texas don't care about stuff like that. We really don't. You have to actually like point us into the direct, unless you know, friends with somebody that's in you know, that knows what's going on outside of the streets, then okay. But a lot of us, we know what's going on local. That's why I say, like, everybody knew who I was because everything stays bottled up in Texas. It never really leaves in Texas. You feel me? I think y'all understand what I'm saying. The only difference between me is that I actually get my ass up out the state and go. Maybe it's a Sagittarius thing, but when I'm ready to go, I get the fuck on. That's why I have a car every time. Every year. Been having a car since 16? This is probably the first time I've been this long without a car, literally. So that's what ended up happening. It was just a bunch of chaos, a bunch of mess, a bunch of toxicity. Like, all those followers that I have, even though it may not look like a lot, I guarantee you every single last one of those people only follow me just to stalk me at the time. But I'm thinking that they were doing it, you know, because they genuinely supported them on it. No. And it's only 179 of them. So you do the math. I'm going against 179 ghosts I can't see, basically. You know. fuck a community. They're like different states, plastered everywhere. You know, it's like the sex offender list. You won't know who to listen to. You download the app, okay, and then you got the little pinpoint things of what's going on. That's how it is. So, fast forward down the line, everybody started to gravitate towards this group chat, and basically in the group chat, you know, everybody, it was called public housing just to be funny, but it was like 500 of us in the group chat. It was on WhatsApp. Basically, people from the platform that support the platform, we went in and we chat and we, you know, do what we do on the platform, but in the enclosed space. Like, you talk about whatever's going on. Really, the beef, I guess you could say, that I knew about, really didn't care about, was mainly in states that I don't know. So I really wasn't there for the beef or the mess. I was just there to network. This and this and this. This and this and this. I wasn't doing shit. People really think that I really be out here doing the. I'm actually friendly to everybody. And people don't like that I'm friendly. People don't like the fact that I act like a crackhead being sober. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, but I'm literally like, hey girl, you look good today. You look cute. You know, hey, damn, you look like Squidward. What happened? Go back. And then it's a friendly little back and forth. Like, you talk about my nose or something, you know? Let's laugh. I'm all for laughing. But don't nobody like that. It's weird. So we're in the group chat doing this and this. And then there's this girl that comes in. And she's just peacocking and flashing. And I'm from Hollywood. I know everybody. I got connects everywhere. I know things. I know your future looking ass. I'm just playing. She wasn't on that type of timing, but she was just basically like, I got connects. I'm this. I'm plugged into Hollywood. I'm this. What you need? I got friends in San Francisco. I got people. Oh, you need a hoagie. Oh, I got friends in New York. You know them type of people. So. Well, the bitch said she was gonna get rich and she was gonna come back and bless everybody with $2,000. I'm like, oh damn, what's up, cousin? You know how people be like, cousin. So she was cousin. Everybody was calling her cousin. You know, cousin. And you know, I started to peep. She was weird, but I ain't say nothing because I let people be weird in peace. You know, and eventually it got to the point where people started to call her out because she would lie and lie. And you know how somebody knows that you lying, right? They know that you lie. So when they called her out, just waiting on somebody else to say something because I didn't want nobody to act like I was pressed about her or anything. You know how people be like, they jealous of me. They jealous of me. And I already knew she was that type, so I just ain't say nothing. But when they started calling her, I was like, oh, thank God, bitch. Y'all don't even know. I was trying to hit her not on the back end. She ain't know. I was like, listen, y'all not crazy. The bitch is weird. So then I'm like, okay. And it was so crazy is as soon as this happened, right? It was like my background, like, you know how like somebody, you know how like a female, you cool with a female, and then y'all fall out, and all of a sudden she's like, that's why your baby daddy wanted to fuck with me. I got the screenshots right here. You know what I'm saying? And you like, damn, bitch, you been fucking with my baby this whole time. And you been in my face. That's how it was, but it wasn't behind no dude. It was like, she literally came out the woodworks and was like, yeah, I know what's going on. I know you got this guy going on. And I'm like, So what that got to do with anything? And who does that? Like I am on mini Chevelle. Okay, so that means you have to go on my number, look up who I am, look up my background, look up, like that is what press people do, right? But she just came from out of nowhere. I don't think y'all, maybe nobody will understand what I'm saying unless they've actually been in this situation. Like she just came from out of nowhere. You've been on a platform this whole time. She ain't never commented nothing. She ain't never said nothing. And we literally in there deep every day. Same people all day, every day. And she came from out of nowhere, y'all. Came out of nowhere. So I was just like, yeah, I ain't tripping. So I get on the I get on the phone with one of my supporters. I'm like, girl, I don't know what the fuck is going on. I don't know what, like damn, like you all up in my business and don't even know the Kool-Aid. Like, yeah, okay, so you was waiting to put my business out there. Whoop-de-doo. But what, and bitch, you know, I let them people do what they do because I know I can get it right back. And basically they were demanding a payment, right? The court people, the office people were demanding a payment that I had already paid. And I wasn't finna give them that shit. I wasn't. I asked the Lord about it because they wasn't finna stress me out about something that I had already paid. That's what it was. My money orders had went missing in the office. And this is ironically so crazy. They was the only office that I've ever been to, you know, that don't take money order. I mean, that don't take electronic payments. You know, people keep track of, it's 2025 and they still taking money order payments, basically. So I never thought that thought it was weird until they lost my money order. They were claiming that they lost two of my money. Like I didn't pay a whole month's rent, but didn't tell me. You know how office people like tell you that they paid, that you're supposed to, like damn, bitch, you owe us. You supposed to figure that shit out before the next month come. Like these niggas waited until my balance was like $8,000. So I was just like, yeah, y'all got me fucked up. I ain't finna pay that shit. Yes, yeah, y'all gotta go. Yeah, but yeah. So I'm asking the people for, because it ain't like I'm not working. I'm working, but I'm asking, the churches and stuff, sisters, and they're like, hey, we have to actually have a court, or like you have to be actually getting evicted. I'm like, fuck. Well, before I go in there and give them another 80 hours, I'm finna just wait till they get it. But it had just happened. Like literally, it had just happened. If you get what I'm saying. So you had that information when it just happened. And then you mad because I'm telling them what happened, like why I thought you was a weird ass bitch, and you're telling them I will get your ass evicted. Like I will make sure that you get evicted. So I didn't think nothing about that. I really didn't, because I'm like, bitch, do it. the money, I don't see how you can get nobody evicted, bitch. I wasn't thinking like that. I'm like, y'all try to play me like I'm a broke ass bitch. I ain't no broke ass bitch. I don't care what I went through. Y'all know, before I sit on my ass and something, I'm gonna be, like I said, I tried to do it before and I end up going to jail the first time. So it wasn't meant for me to do. So I always go to God. Now I had to ask for permission. I hope somebody feels what I'm saying. I had to ask for permission to do bad stuff. But at the same time, I know I'm good, so I didn't think nothing of it. I didn't. And then she was like, she's like, I'm gonna send people to your house. I'm gonna rob you. And I'm just like, oh my God. But this was when I was on Pink Whitney's bad, y'all. I know it doesn't seem that long ago, but for me, for a year of not drinking no hard liquor, it's like, yeah, because I used to get off them Pink Whitneys and snap out on the beach. I swear. I kid you not. And then it was even bad because I had brought back my daughter had came back from my child's father's house, and he literally brought her back, and she was not the same. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna tell that story. Hold on, y'all. Child. Okay. Anyway. Um. So today might be the day. Today might be the day. I'm in a great mood, but I feel like people be wanting to play ball head hoe games. I do. It is a full moon outside, you know. But anyway, y'all. What was I saying? So when he brought back my baby wasn't the same, y'all. My 4-year old, she was literally. I when I was doing what I was doing, my mama was going what she was going through, and I needed a break, and he took her, but you know that didn't work out too good. And I'm gonna do another live on that because that right there, the story to itself is a lot. Okay, um, so I'll just do this. The fuck she just said? She just asked my baby, "Don't you know what goes on around here while I'm at work?" What type of shit do you ask a 5-year-old that? Y'all might get it on camera. See, the thing is, my mama know exactly what the fuck I'm doing. She knows what I'm doing. She decided to stay home today. She can make sure that she knows what I'm doing. So I'm making sure that she knows what I'm doing. But see, you like those people that like to act like they don't know what's going on. She already asked me what I was doing. I told her exactly what I was doing. But I ain't say it in a way like, oh yeah, I'm finna get up here and expose everybody. But now she and I talking to my baby crazy because she know what I'm doing. You get what I'm saying? Anything to make her come in here. She hear what I'm saying. But you know what? I'm gonna just keep on saying what I want to say. I'm gonna say it anyway. Oh, that just threw me off. I'm trying to thought. Okay, so all this happened. Boom. That was last year, y'all. We went through a whole year with the fuck shit. Um, January came and I a lot of stuff happened. I ended up losing my job. Well, no, I didn't lose my job. I ended up quitting and because it was too much. I stopped going to school. Basically, January, I found myself having to start over. I did. I had to find myself start all the way over because that she did what she said she was gonna do. She was gonna make sure that I got evicted. So I left before they could evict me. I don't have no evictions on my record job, but I left because I ain't know what the fuck was going on. I just left. I left that law. I left that job. I just left all that shit. But that's just me though. Once I know it's some flaw shit going on in the system, I just step back. Okay. And a lot of people try to call me a bad mother for that. But it's like, what can you do when you know people are corrupted? You know what I'm saying? So I just charge it to the game. I know people, everybody else will probably be like panicking, like in their feelings, like, but at the same time, I'm like, what is there to do? Like, I try not to stuff stress me out. like right now. Let shit bother me and try not to let shit stress me out. The thing about it is, I think people get a kick out of doing it. Like, it's just like, for instance, like, you have this manager that'll tell you to do something, and then once you get in there and you do it, you mastered it, now they moving you to something else they gotta train you out. You know what I'm saying? After they did all that, you ain't know what you was doing. They just threw you somewhere, no training, no nothing, criticize everything you do. This threaten your job, and then you like, damn, I need my job, so I gotta figure this shit out. Boom, you figure it out. Now all of a sudden they doing the same thing, moving you somewhere else. It's like that. Like, eventually you gonna be like, say, bitch. Eventually you gonna be like, listen up, write me up. I don't care at this point. Matter of fact, let me help you. But that's just what it was. So I had to take it back. You know what I'm saying? Because I couldn't figure out what was going on. I couldn't. I just knew my baby had been hurt. Stuff happened. You know, I was on my feet. I was doing good. And I was chilling. And all of a sudden, it was like, poof, gone. You know what I'm saying? And people really was on something like, you know how somebody's just like, oh, well, everything's going to be okay. Don't worry about it. You could just stay over here. And I don't want to be here. Like, I don't want to be here. I don't. And, yeah. February came. Something miraculous happened. Like, it was there. And I was like, huh? I'm not going to speak on it, though, but I was just like, interesting. Then March came. Tried to get it. I wasn't trying to look for it. I was looking for a job. I was, trying to get myself together, and just trying to figure out what I was to do, if I wanted to stay here, if I wanted to leave, what state I wanted to go to, And Easter came around. Let me see. When was Easter? March, April. Yeah, it was definitely around April. Let me see. Earth Day. That's funny. Oh, that was the end of April. Okay, so Easter. Oh, I had started a job at Dollar General, y'all. And the job did not, I didn't stay there for a week. Okay, so when I interviewed with the guy, who was a black guy, right? I thought it was pretty cool that it was a nigga manager, because this is nothing but racist ass white people, right? And when I went to the interview, he was professional and he hired me on the spot. But when I got the job, it was like he flipped. So I was just doing my job, like doing my work. I'm telling y'all, it was only for a week. I was doing my job. And I remember he made some comment like, I don't know. I can't remember what we were talking about, but I remember he made this comment like, who sent you? And I'm like, my kid? And he's like, no, you're just like, I don't know how to explain it, but it was like he knew me, if that makes sense, but didn't know me. I'm like, okay, well, maybe you think you can, I don't know, he was married. It wasn't like I was trying to flirt with him or nothing, but I'm just like, you think you got a chance? I'm not trying to be your work bitch. Like, you know what I'm saying, okay? And I was just doing my job. And like I said, I work hard. I don't care if I'm a janitor. I scrub toilets really good. you know. Depending on what I'm doing, I just put my all into it. Y'all, that wasn't good enough because he wanted me to work harder. But it was like he was singling me out. Everybody in this place didn't have to work hard and prove themselves like I did. So now I'm starting to catch on, like, okay, this nigga want me running, doing this, doing that, doing that. And he's saying it's for a manager position, but I'm like, nigga, I'm not about to come and do your job for you. Know how like somebody is like training you to be them so they can go and take a vacation? No, not when I'm not if I'm getting paid regular salary. The fuck? Oh well, I'm gonna make sure you in an associate manager position. Why? So you can go on vacation? No, I don't think so. I listen. I don't know. Maybe So I'm getting them nudges like, nah, that ain't for you. Like, no, you kind of past. Like now, it's like you understand. You ain't at the level where you just let people like that shit is done. I had already established to everybody like that shit is done. I'm not letting people walk all over me, slave me, and all that stuff like I used to. And basically, I was just getting them nudges to move around. But here's the interesting part. When I was getting dreams about that, I was getting dreams about named Toot. Her name is Toot. She has a channel. It's a big platform. Her name is Toot Reacts on here. If y'all want to go follow her, I don't do no promotion, but she basically be around all the celebrities. She be Red and Toy and them. So basically, I was getting dreams about her. Like I was supporting Toot at the time, right? All this stuff started happening at one time, so I'm not understanding my dreams at all. Come to find out, I guess they was warnings, but I didn't take it as one. I'm trying to figure out why the fuck am I dreaming about this? Because I have attachment and I'm thinking like, well, maybe it's just because this is what I'm going through at the time. It's my subconscious. So I'm diddle daddling or whatever. Towards the end of the week, y'all, he had me so messed up. I was just like, I can't go. Because I think he flipped on me. Like when I say flip, like snap. All that nice stuff went out the window. For 1 minute, he was offering me to, buy Wendy's. He offered me some wings. I turned that shit down. Because I know if I take this Wingstop, that means you think I'm your big I turned lemon pepper wings. I wasn't trying to fuck with you. So I guess that really pissed him off. He realized I wasn't trying to fuck with him or something. I don't know. He got irritated. So he had one time to tell me, I said, 30 minutes after it was time for me to get off. And I'm like, hey, it's time for me to go. The person that's supposed to come relieve me, she's here. And he yelled at me like, okay, what do you want me to do? Can you just give me a second? And I'm just like, hold up, bitch. So when I had to yell, I always tell my daughter this. When I have to yell, it's a problem. So he's like, so when I had to say, all right then, okay, damn. I knew it wasn't a place for me. And I literally just walked out the door and I never came back. Like, I ain't quit. I ain't tell them that I blocked their number and did not walk. It was a 15-minute walk from the house. I ain't go back. I ain't look at them people. I ain't calling people. I ain't that shit. And I knew it kind of caused him. I knew he was going to be fucked up about it because that's what, I don't know, prison niggas do. Like, they have such a big ego. I can't stand that. I can't stand it. I don't care how much you work out, how good you look, none of that shit. I do not give a fuck. Left that ass, ain't talk about exes. And I feel like I had this strange feeling that I feel like when you do people like that, it's crazy. Like, that they a little off. I know he think about this shit every day. So ain't no telling what happened after that. I really don't. But yeah, y'all. Child. Okay, so two. I was getting warnings to stop watching two. I was getting warnings to stop watching two, y'all. And it was around Easter. I will never forget this. It was around Easter. And my mama was telling me that they was requesting me at the church. Like people I haven't seen in years. Yeah, where's Jordan? You know what I mean? So she was like, they want you to come to church. I'm like, okay. I really don't want to, but all right, whatever. So we get there. It's weird. You know how like it wasn't like normal church service, Easter Sunday, Easter suit type shit, which I expected because it wasn't. It's Easter. People were supposed to be talking about Jesus raising up from the dead, but it was Jesus raising up from the dead with a twist. And then all of a sudden, he stayed there that long. So I was like, I don't know what the fuck is going on. But later on that night, I don't know if it was before Easter or after Easter. I can't remember. I'll have to ask too, because it was around this time. It was probably like around the beginning of the next month or probably the end of March. Let me see. April, May. I'll probably have to go back. But when I went, she had a heart attack. Okay, okay. This is scary. So I woke up because my sister was in town. I can't think of. Oh, you know what? It was Easter because my sister was in town. She was sleeping in her bed, and I was sleeping in the bed with my daughter. And I had woke up that day, and I had this pain, like it felt like a hook in my chest. I swear to that. It's like something had a hook on me, right? And it was causing me to like feel this pain, like it was just sitting on top of my heart. And I couldn't figure for the life of me where it had came from. It was like one big old cramp, like something just had a hold on me. And throughout mind you, I don't know nothing about nothing. I don't know nothing about Patio Santo, nothing. Okay. So literally, I wanted to lay down, but I didn't really lay down. I'm just what to do. And by the end of the night, I do remember by the end of the night, because we had just settled down. Everybody had got ready for bed. My dog was in there with them. My dog started barking at the wall, literally like going crazy. But the way that she's barking is specific. And she's literally like, so they didn't move. Nobody was worried about it. And nobody said nothing. Nobody started praying. Nobody said shit. I'm the only one in the house like, what's going on? How's the dog barking? They like, ooh. I'm like, well, y'all don't find it weird to you? The dog is sitting here barking at a ghost? No. Oh, okay. Well, let me clear this energy out. You know what I'm saying? And I had to do that before. I don't listen. I never knew. I watch scary movies all the time, but I didn't think that shit was real. I didn't think that you could actually smell rotten eggs when there's like literally a demon around you, right? So I can't. I don't know if it was this same night, if it was the night before. I mean, I don't know if this was the same time or if this was another time. I can't remember. But now that I think about it, I do remember smelling rotten eggs, and I had to like literally light up, light some shit up. I don't know, just clear the energy, you know. And I'm sitting here and I said my prayer and the dog stopped barking. So I was like, that's weird. You know what I'm saying? That's my first encounter. I'm just like, that shit is weird. So, when I get stressed out, I get anxiety or whatever, I just take a bath. Yeah. And literally, when I'm in the tub, I'm rubbing at my chest because I'm like, what the fuck? Like something. And I'm hearing the pastor talk about the sermon in my head, and literally I see Meg Thee Stallion, her video. I don't know if people know which video I'm referring to or if they watch Meg Thee Stallion, but she has a video called Cobra, right? And literally, we she's like literally like pulling herself out of like this shit, like she's shedding her, basically, like snakes shed their skin. And I'm like, why is that popping up in my head? And it was just so adamant that I closed my eyes and I literally just started like reenacting the video. I just started reenacting the video. Y'all, I'm pulling shit off of me and I can literally feel this shit. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like I'm pulling invisible cords. I kid you, I kid you not. I'm like literally pulling invisible cords, just and I can feel it coming out of me. So once I feel one thing coming out of me, another thing coming out of me, I'm feeling it. So now I feel myself like reenacting the video. Like, yeah. So when I got to my chest port, I literally took my hands and I pulled, y'all, and it felt like a hook coming out of my heart. I ain't never felt no shit like that in my life. It hurted so bad. But when I pulled it, it hurted. And it's like I released it. It went away. I said, I know you. I thought I was tripping. Well, this happened in April of this year. It's December. So kind of feel where I'm going with this. So this is like I'm pulling it out, and it left. The next day or two, I think she went live, or it was like a week later she had went live. It said she had a heart attack. Yeah, I'm literally like, okay, what the fuck's going on? So the stuff happened with the apartment. Shit happened with my baby. The pastors are preaching some crazy shit. Then I get hooked in. So now I'm taking stuff more serious. Okay, I'm sitting back. I'm observing. I am still, doing what I do, being normal, but I'm taking my research a little bit more serious, and I'm trying to figure out how stuff like that happens. Like, what is that called? Like, and when I did my research, and I found healers like on Instagram and stuff that actually specialize in shit like that. Literally, there's a whole thing of, you could find anything on the internet if you want to, but there's like a whole plethora of things that you can like people get paid to do that. I didn't know that. I didn't know people get paid to like I've seen it before, but I always thought it was a bunch of bullshit. Like ain't no way that you can be just pulling energy from people, right? So I don't know. I ain't been able to I haven't been able to pull nothing else. I always check though. I have to make sure I ain't around here being strong like a puppet or nothing. I don't even know about it. So when Toot had the heart attack and she came back, I asked God to reveal what happened and make sure I wasn't tripping. I had to make sure I wasn't tripping. And long story short, Danny came, like, how I stumbled across her and how I knew she did that, that's between me and God. But Danny is the same person who she was once on the show, but she literally was on the like every time she get on the show it's because people are calling her out for like scamming and stuff like that. But everybody always say she do voodoo. Everybody always say she do witchcraft, right? So how I figured that out, I'm gonna keep that between me and God. And I was just like, why would she want me dead? You know what I'm saying? Hold on. I'm sorry, they can't get thirsty. They get thirsty. So it's by the front door. So yeah, y'all. Um, so now my ears are perked all the way up. Hey, I was only gonna be here for 45 minutes. Okay, I'm gonna make it snap because I still got this attachment. Um, wow, putting my government is crazy. Putting my government is crazy. Hold on. Hold up quick, y'all. Cause we'll see. We'll see. Let me track back. Bring track my mom. Rerun this. Oh, okay. My ears. All right, they was perked. Um, so I started sitting back watching Danny, and she's literally like throwing shade, like I'm the bitch, I'm this, I'm that, my Nicki Minaj voice, and I'm just like, and then it made sense because I had text prepared in my bio on Instagram at first. I was like, bitch. So ever since then, people have not seen me in Toot chat, and I really supported Toot because Toot be for the kids, like Toot be, helping people. She Toot be on the same type of time that I aspire to be, and I'm just like, is you serious? So Danny, the philanthropist, the big boss bitch that helps everybody and is buying luxury apartments, the one who is this big bitch wanting me dead. I was just like, wow, that kind of hurt my. I don't know if I should say hurt my heart. That too, technically. We, yeah, but anyway, that came through. Now I'm against everybody. I'm against people that I see, people that I don't see. I'm getting downloads from here, people saying this, people doing that, and I'm just like, yeah, help me. So I did want to go back and start another job, and I said nope, mm mm, and I'm gonna homeschool my baby until I figure out what's going on. And the only reason why I say that it's not a paranoia thing, but they tried to switch my first baby at birth. Literally came back with a whole different baby. Right? So I'm just like, I don't know what it is about the government. I don't know what the fuck it is about them, but I know I do what I do what I do. So I don't want to put my kid, I have a radar on my other. I know exactly where she's at all times. But this one, she's able to be right here with me. She's been stuck to me like glue ever since. So I'm like, nah, I'll get a night job. And then guys like, just chill. So I'm like, okay. Then everybody's like, just don't worry about it. And I'm like, okay. So I'm like, cool. So I'm just sitting back watching everybody, taking in everything, and all this information. And it's like sitting in jail where you ain't smoked, you ain't drank, you ain't got nothing to do, you ain't got no coloring because you ain't got shit on your book. So the only thing you can do is just sit there. You might sleep all day. Some people go out and I'm not talking about prison. I don't know what they do in prison. I know when I was in jail, I ain't want to fuck with nobody. I ain't want to share no um, spreads. I ain't want to go make no friends. I would sleep literally all day and night. And I had this epiphany like a motherfucker. I'm not gonna say what it is. I had this epiphany like a motherfucker. And I'm just like, this all stemmed in South Dallas in the Grove. Everybody it start from there. If I can't trace nothing back to people that I used to fuck with, people that I've had my run-ins with, that shade, that's everybody that has been shady than a motherfucker is either from the Grove or from South Dallas, y'all. Kid you not. So I'm like, okay, you know, fuck all them. I ain't fucking nobody in Dallas right now. I don't want to kick it with your skate, with your nothing. I don't even smoke no more. Fuck y'all. So I made the decision to just cut everybody off. For real. Fast forward. I've been just sitting here chilling. I've had probably like 4 different purges. Y'all, I'm talking about just straight emotion. Like some nights I'll just sit here in my bed and just cry. Just cry. And then God starts showing me certain shit. Like when I be in my bed wondering about what's going on, it's like something happened. Somebody say something wrong, and it'll come to the forefront. I'm just like, oh my fucking God. So then I was watching this sermon, and this was right after I had to gather myself because I was like, bro, what the fuck? I'm literally watching this sermon, and then the pastor's like, he said something like, I can't overwhelm you. It was, you know how you be like, you talking straight to me. You talking straight to me. I'm just like, the pastor, he was like, I didn't come here to overwhelm you. I could just spoon fed this. I gotta just give it to you a little bit. And I was just like, damn. You just had that feeling like somebody's just, uh, hold on, y'all. Somebody calling me. All right, y'all. My bad. That was my sister. It is my birthday today. I tolerate this shit. But um so, okay, so you know how somebody is like you that feeling like the message is meant for you. So that's just how I felt. Like I was just like, okay, God, I'm listening. And then it was like he was schooling me, like parenting me. He was just like, yeah, I need you to sit there and this is what you're supposed to do because this is what God said you're supposed to do. And blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, okay, all right, Bishop. All right, I got you. He's like, the Holy Spirit coming today. I'm like, I know. And I'm listening. So my point is, everything started happening. I started discovering just by sitting down, just by doing my research. I started discovering I knew who was following me, who was watching me by how I would like post something, and then they would turn around and regurgitate it, rebrand it, and then put it in their own little twist. But you know when somebody's watching you when they do it consistently. Get what I'm saying? So now it's like, how do I have all these people watching me, but in my peripheral, in my rear view, I don't see nobody. Just like, what the fuck? On my comments, I have 20 people that follow me. 20, but half of them I don't even follow back. I don't know who they are, but they niggas. So I just figure that they know of me, or they know, or they just think they find me attractive or something. I don't know. I don't care. But I've never seen them before. But these people don't look like they would have any connections to higher up people with money. Get what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, what the fuck is going on? Right? I couldn't figure out for the life of me. I couldn't. And my phone is weird. My phone is weird in a good way, because when I need answers, it falls right into my lap. It do. If I'm not watching something and they don't speak on something that I'm thinking right then, or I need questions on and then I need answers to, like there has been a lot of things and a lot of people that has helped me, on my journey to self-discovery, to the point where it made sense, because I had went to this lady like 2022, 2023. And she's a very good friend of mine. And when I asked her, I asked her straight up, like, am I going the right direction? Because it feels like ain't nothing working. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, this and this. And she started telling me little certain things, but she wasn't specifically saying nothing. Like, you know how like somebody knows something that you don't? She's like, oh yeah, everything's going all right. Mm-hmm. And you're like, no, I asked you if the door was about to fall in because it's coming off the hinge. It was like that. And she was just like, oh yeah, God is good. Everything's gonna be all right. Just wait for everything to fall out. I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm not even gonna fight it. And then something happened, and I'm like, oh my God, you were right. Everything is okay. I got a job today. Yay. And she's like, And I'm like, what the fuck? So just skate forward. Now it's like everybody know more than me, but ain't nobody telling me shit. So I'm just like, okay, whatever. At this point, I'm done trying to wreck my brain to figure out what's going on. Some people did say certain things, but it was like they couldn't say anything. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like certain people have different knowledge about things, and like it'll come out and they'll say certain things, but they won't say everything. I had to like basically figure out the shit by myself. Honestly, it was like the Wiz. Now that I think it was like the Wiz. You remember how she was trying to go and they were like, follow Yellow Brick Road. You gotta figure out why everybody's so happy and shit, dancing around, and you know you got people coming out of walls and stuff, and you trying to figure out what the fuck's going on. And they're like, yeah, you did us a great favor. Yay! And I'm like, okay, what did I do? You just killed the Wicked Witch list. And I'm like, how? I don't even know what it is. I'm trying to figure out how to get the fuck back home. And they're like, follow the Yellow Road. And you're like, oh my gosh. But then every time she go and she see the cab, they like, nope, and drive off. I never understood what that meant. I never understood what that meant, but you know what? It can relate to that. Because it was like, no, you can't go there. No, you can't go there. No, okay, there's something that's there that you need. And then you pick up people on the way. Now, yeah, it's like you pick up people on the way, and then you know one person is looking for something, then the next person is looking for something, but y'all all looking for the same shit. I don't know how to explain it. That's the best way that I can put it. And then we did come across oh my gosh. Now that I think about it, like I did have to come across the things that came out the walls. I don't know what to call them, but I went over there and it was things that was just happening. And I was like, nope, we can't be there. And then you go towards the ferries. I remember that everybody had the ferries and shit going on. It was a whole bunch of ferry shit. This thing that I can remember. And then we come over here and there was a bunch of people that was yelling that they was gods and goddesses and shit. And then everybody started talking about that. I was like, oh my God. I don't know. But yeah, y'all. That's what happened. Yeah. So the past couple of months been weird. But it happened in a way that I will never forget. August, Memorial Day. August was my mom and them birthday. No, not my mom and them, my grandmother's birthday. The one I'm about to discuss today. Her birthday was in August, and they had this big event, really small event. There was a lot of fucking people there that I did not know. But the people that were there was they kept saying that they came down from Jonathan's shop. I didn't know Jonathan's shop was right next to street to right next to where my cousin and them have a barbecue spot. I was like, oh shit, I ain't know Jonathan was. I thought Jonathan was in like further uptown, because I don't be understanding why people get money just to be in Dallas. Like it like right dead in fucking that. Right dead in the middle. Right dead in the middle of what was going on. Right. So the people that was there, some niggas I didn't know. They was celebrating two old people. Here she go. Oh, oh. Shit just got weird. Let me find out. I would hope not. Jonathan from the Grove too. But nah. I mean, he is gay. I don't know. I really love Jonathan. I really do. Like, anyway, thoughts like that ain't never crossed my mind about him. But, shit. My cousin, I ain't never seen these people, and they literally like my first cousins, right? Um, so I met everybody at that party. Everybody came out. People that I ain't seen before, people that I have blocked. I don't really fuck with them like that because there's been some shady people, like, and I'm literally drunk. Not drunk. I was sipping on some juice that had like a little shot in it, but you couldn't taste the shot, right? So I got some more, and it was like, it crept up on me. By the end of the night, I couldn't see shit. I thought it was just a little bit. They gave me a lot of bit. I tasted though. So by the end of the night, my shit was crossed, right? And I just, how you just get signs. 212 on a timer. Listen, y'all, this should be crazy. I don't even think I'm kind of like fully aware of how crazy this stuff can get. Like when you really need confirmation, it's there if you pay attention. But I was literally like looking at the street lights. I mean, not the street lights. I was outside because it had got hot. When you get a little bit tipsy, it gets hot. I'm literally sitting there outside on the block, and they come out there with me. It was my cousin and his brother, and then this gay boy. But I couldn't figure out who the gay boy belonged to because my cousin didn't look gay. Not everybody that, speak all feminine and stuff like that, I don't think that they gay. I don't think that gay really has a look. Then again, he didn't look gay. I don't know. It's like Jonathan. He don't look gay until he start opening up his mouth. So gay really doesn't have a look to me. I don't know how to explain it. But like, I'm sitting here just I'm literally like outside talking, and I see Satan. Like I see a man dressed as Satan. I thought I was tripping. It was a dude. He was literally like cosplaying the red nigga with the horns. Okay, I don't know what Satan really looked like, but it was a red nigga with horns. I was walking down the street like casually. And I didn't even peep it at first, but the dude behind me, he was waiting on his mom. He was, how somebody's like, look. But I ain't hear him at first. I just so happened to turn around. I kid you not, I ain't hear nothing. I turned around and he was like, look. And I looked across the street and the nigga was walking down the street. I was like, oh my God, it's the devil. And I looked at them and I got quiet. Oh my God. So then the gay dude that was sitting out there, I don't know who he belonged to, but you know how like a dude that's married, that his side bitch is like at the party, but she really not with nobody. She not really making herself known. She mingled with a couple people. Like she there the whole time, but I never knew but you don't know who she with, who she belonged to, unless you ask them. Then when you ask them, they're not gonna tell you, "Oh, I'm here for such and such," because they fucking on the low, right? So I'm getting the hint. And I'm like, "Oh, one of them gay." But they my cousin. So I'm not gonna ask them, like, this is my first time meeting you. Like, is you gay? But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Everybody at that party was gay. Even my uncle, which is brings me to today. My uncle Kenneth is gay, been gay. But I'm older now to understand that. Hold on. Okay. So I'm literally like peeping that everybody at the party is gay, even my uncle Kenneth. My uncle Kenneth, he been around a long time, but when he got to the party, he didn't know that was me. You know how like somebody see you, they know you, but they just keep walking past you like you're not there. And then once you finally make eye contact with them, they look at you like they see the ghost. That's exactly how he looked at me. But when he had his husband there, I didn't know that they was. I don't know if they married or whatever. I just know they've been around since I was a kid, and I was like, "Oh, you still with Joe?" And he was like, "That's Mr. Joe. You need to learn some respect." And I'm like, "Well, shit, my bad, Mr. Joe." You know, but he was literally like hosting the party, right? So yeah, I wish I could pull up the. I should have sent it. Let me see. Is it gonna come up? Let's see. Let's see. Yeah. Hmm. Hmm. Oh, let me find out. It's not gonna work. It better work. Oh. Let me see. Yeah. Under the sun, under the sun, under the sun. I don't know why that just popped up in my head. I sent it to my email, but I don't think it's gonna come up. So y'all can actually see what I'm talking about and how happy it was. Like everybody was so happy, and well, we're gonna pull up into this recording because I just sent it to my email. Bookie. Okay. So anyway, y'all. All right. Boom. Um, what was I saying? Okay, so long story short, I had seen what I seen. I knew what I knew. I did what I did, and we went home that night. Boom, 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 boom. I ain't. People just start doing little shit, start revealing themselves. I have to. It's so much stuff that this live is not. If I said everything, it's gonna be like 8 hours, and I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna do it in like little bits. Boom, boom, boom. That's the content. Just so y'all know. So if you see this today, just know that this ain't it. That's exactly what I said. I said it ain't it, y'all. But I gotta hurry up to get this voicemail. All right, so boom. This right here, I recorded on Thanksgiving, y'all. Was I trying to find anything? No. It was just random as fuck. Some told me, you just do. Okay, so for people that don't know, I have the gift of not doing what the fuck I know. I don't know what that's called. Claircognizant. Cognitive. Connected. Some. Okay. I'm like, that's another thing. I gotta go back. and learn the clairs and stuff. And then what I learned, I will share. Okay. So, all right. This is the recording that I had on Thanksgiving. Right. I have actually 3 of them. The first one we was just talking about our family tree. Why I started asking, I don't know. I had a little wine. Y'all, okay. So Josh, right? Josh is like top tier. Old nigga put me on this. Josh, it's a wine. And you only need a little bit. That's all you need, is just a little bit. And that's all we had, was just a little bit. I don't know nothing about no cut water. And I wasn't even trying to go back to the Pink Whitneys. And Josh did me right. That's the only thing that I needed for Thanksgiving, to be able to deal with, the fact that I can't spend it with my kid. And, we just talking, y'all. We just talking. What made me do this? I don't know. Maybe because I felt like the next thing that was about to come out her mouth was about to be some bullshit. And you goddamn it, no right it was. So some of y'all probably skip towards the end. Cool, because it's like, ooh, how long I been on here? I ain't even been looking at the time. Ooh, 2 hours. Well, really about an hour and 20 minutes technically. Okay, so this is where it started. Maybe I just wanted to like catch up on and remember. You gotta be careful. Okay, because I wanted to know and go back to like our family tree, because I have pictures in my phone, right, of my people. You know how people be like, "Oh, that's your great Cookie, and that's your great TT, and that's your," and I'm just like, they told me years ago who it was. I don't remember. So I just got these random ass pictures in my phone that I don't know who's who. I don't know these people. And I shit. This what I want. Okay. So it's a 40-minute long clip. So I'm gonna fast forward it on the shit that don't matter. Right, I'm gonna just get the exact details so y'all can hear what I heard. So if y'all ever wanted to say that I was crazy, I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy at all. Now, mind you, I may sound a little bit ghetto. I ain't on my Kim Kardashian just yet. But you showed up, best believe that maybe one day I will wake up and start talking like the white woman that I inspired to be. Just not a Karen, just more, hi, But other than that, y'all, I was pissed. That's how I was pissed off. Like, I wanted to take a bat and literally just tap her kneecaps. Cause old people, you ain't gotta hit them that hard. Like, I just wanted to boop. Like you hit the side of the bed with your toe. You know how it hurt. You ain't even gotta hit it that hard. It hurt. I just wanted to take a bat and just tap your knees. At the same time, you just crumble like a weak character. Because what? It's funny now, but it wasn't funny 4 nights ago. What was Thanksgiving? Yeah, I don't know, but it wasn't funny 4 nights ago. All right, y'all. So look, peep game. Cut it down just a little bit, because I know they in my business. My mama in my business hard today. You hear me? She stay home. That's how I know people be watching me, because I said I was gonna do it. I did, and they trying to figure out what I'm about to do next. Yeah. I'm gonna tell you. No, I told you I'm finna post this thing. And my granny, she woke up today and she left. She ain't been back home since. You hear me? I'm already on peep. Goddamn peeping gang. This y'all make listen. Why y'all ain't tell me I won the leash? I'm just playing. I'm just playing. But yeah, Latruth, Brianna, y'all hoes, 2K, y'all been back there. Hold up. You just fucking wait. Hold on. Let's see what type of shit she about to pull real quick. Let's just collectively see. Mm. I don't hear nothing. I bet.
Where are you going? Go put on your pajamas. Same thing. You start rumors. He started this rumor.
Who?
My brother. Pajamas. That we are brothers, me and Kenna.
Donna Ray?
No, Kenna.
Oh.
Started this rumor. He started it. My brother who died started this rumor.
Mm-hmm.
He died. You gotta be careful what you say about people. And you wasn't there.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know for a fact. That's why I told him, my brother, I said, were you there? How do you know? Don't start rumors like that.
What was the rumor?
That Kim is our brother.
Now look, peep game. Kenneth was at the thing. Remember I said everybody was all happily gay at the thing? At the you peeped. Read between my lines here that I'm putting down. Alright? So how can it get in the picture?
Are you listening? That's a, he started the rumor.
No, I'm saying. Oh, okay. So Kenneth, even if somebody stayed in the room,
because that's my brother started it and told them him.
somebody ain't shit when they get mad because you just asked it. Okay, let me stop. Oh, so Kenneth only around because your Uncle Junior had him thinking.
They were around us. That was my mom and dad's best friends, his parents. His daddy was a preacher. They were church people. That his daddy, Kenneth's daddy, was a preacher, and his whole family is preaching. That's why parents go to church with them.
And guess where the church is, y'all? Gospel Tabernacle. It was in the Grove. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Now, Pastor Eddie, I told my mama I ain't want to go to that church no more because he was swindling them people out their money. Okay, I felt the same way about Pastor Ricky Rush. I ain't never been to the Potter's house though. I haven't. Pastor Ricky Rush and Pastor Tony Evans, Oak Cliff Bible Fellowship, I already told my mama I don't like their energy. And I was young saying this. I didn't know why I didn't want to be at that church. I don't know why I didn't want to associate it with church people because, a lot of people think that if you don't want to go to church now that you just demonic, like you don't want to go to church. Like, nah, you can just tell when people just not right. Like, I'd rather sit next to a serial killer that I know is a serial killer than be getting preached by the serial killer. But I understand that a lot of pastors, especially the ones that I grew up with, or retired pimps or retired drug dealers and stuff like that. That's fine. I mean, actively one. Like, I don't think that people understand what I'm saying. Maybe if they get out their mindset like, oh, well, everybody makes mistakes and now it's just something about you. And it's just something about fake ass church people. I don't know how to explain it, but I've never been able to explain why I didn't like going to Oak Cliff Bible Fellowship with Kurt Franklin and them. I ain't never explained or wanted to explain or even knew that was even. But when I told my mama I didn't want to go to the church in the Grove, I didn't care if they was our cousins or not. It was only because I knew that they were swindling them people out their money. Like, literally, like, it's just crazy. It's just crazy. Like, they would literally like stop the sermon, stop preaching for a whole 2 hours just to collect money. So I was just like, nah, I'm not. I ain't fucking with it. So that's the church that she's talking about. On some weird shit. All right, continue.
The whole family was preachers, brothers. Brothers was preachers. Um, uncles, aunties. And we stayed in church. They till he died. So they were our friends. You know how because my mom and them were young once upon a time.
Oh.
So they had friends. Our house was. That's what Pam told me last night. She said I got sick of that. Pam left. She told me last night. She said I couldn't stand no more. Our house was constantly full of cousins from California, all over. They stayed at.
Yeah, and my cousins, I ain't never met them, but one of my cousins that my auntie told me about, she not really my auntie, she my cousin, but we call her auntie. But this people in California, I don't know nothing about, but one of them supposedly looked just like me. Okay, they had a sister that died, and her kids live in California. I don't know nothing about them, so basically, that's what this whole night is about. Me trying to figure out who the fuck is him. You know what I'm saying? This just so happened to fall in my lap.
Our house preachers, all the deacons, TDJ. Pam them used to stay at TDJ's. All these big preachers. My daddy was big.
TD who?
Jakes. TD Jakes.
Oh.
All these
Like the actual pastor TDJ.
these people, all these. My daddy was big in all these churches.
Oh.
He was like in his. He had a cousin. What's his cousin? They look like twins. His cousins, see, back then, all the churches was together, all the thousands of churches. So they had maybe 1,000 churches here, 1,000 churches there. So every Sunday, churches visit each other. It might be 5 churches come to one service, and they have 5 choirs come up there, 5 preachers. So they stayed in church from morning to night. All of our life, we stayed in church because they had church. And then next Sunday they say, okay, your church is going to this church, and then maybe 10 churches gonna come at that one church.
You know what's so crazy? I just found out that they was Eastern stores like in real life. So what she's describing and she's saying is church. They not churches. They fucking uh what do you call them? I don't know what to call them. They like got their own sections, like groups or whatever. I don't know how it works.
And every choir gonna march in and sing 10 songs, and then that wait another choir from. So this is how we did it, and we stayed in church until 1, 2, 4 o'clock at night all the time. So my dad was.
Oh no, stay 2 to 4 o'clock in the morning. Y'all came all together and stayed up to about 4 o'clock in the morning. So y'all gonna hear me be like, oh fuck. And in church till 1, 2, or 3. I'm glad we ain't in that phase no more.
This is how church, and so all the preachers, our house. That's where you said. That's why I.
My internet just stopped. Excuse me? Hold on. I know you fucking lying. She just walked through the door. Hold on, y'all. Cause I told y'all I'd be weird. Shit. Shit gets spooky every day in November. Hold on. 2:22. Hold on. Hold on. It is 2:22. And it's not I'm not tripping. Okay, it's still working. Okay, hold on. Okay, all right. Okay. Interesting. Huh. Cause that got me. Me. I download this whole mother effing clip and go sell it. Hold on.
Say,
Hold on.
been coming around.
Oh,
They left the little girl.
because if somebody didn't claim me, I wouldn't come around
They
messing
left
with them.
the churches visit each other. It might be 5 churches. The preacher, our house, that's what you said. That's why I don't like gays. Our house is full of gays because they stay in church. Gays love church. They up there shouting, going to every church shouting. I'm sitting there, a little kid, looking at these same, and the preachers, nasty preachers. They going after kids that went after me. The nasty preacher who up there in all these churches, then come to our house acting like. That's why I said, oh no, our house was full all the time. From the time and people coming all over.
So, okay, so was Uncle Junior trying to say that the pastor had
I don't know
forced himself on Mama?
I don't know. I said, you gotta be careful, Junior. See, back then, the Holy Spirit was even in me. I said, you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful. You can't just say that. He died shortly after. He died. See, God don't like ugly. You start a rumor, God said the tongue set everything on fire.
Right.
The tongue is like it's really bad. And then it passes down. Now it's passed down to you. Then you pass down here. But I'm telling you, you gotta be very careful.
But Uncle Kenny still. Okay, so yeah. It did pass down to me, but I'm gonna two-step my way through the motherfucking door like a GD. Hello. Yeah, that's how I'm coming. But anyway. So that's what just happened. That just y'all seen that just happened. All right. I'm trying to think. Let me fast forward down. What else was it? It's tweaking. I got the good part that I need is when he said, the only part that I said, she was explaining how her brother died and everything else. It was weird. I got it, but I'm not finna post it. Okay, it's tripping right now. I don't know. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. This she. This she. So YouTube had to try to play. Hold on, my daughter looking for. Okay, I need to go back and I need to go and uh finish homeschooling because I have been on here for about an hour and 40 minutes. So I'm gonna leave it at that. But let me wrap this shit up with my closing remarks. Um, I'm gonna just leave it out there because I did learn a few things, not about just myself. I'm still learning about myself. Stuff is still unfolding. Stuff is still I don't know how to explain it until it actually happens because a lot of this stuff that's happening, it's an illusion that it's not. I'm already past the illusion part. I know what is what because they necessarily don't hide it anymore because now that they know that I know, that's why I feel so comfortable now to just be like, fuck it. You can hear me. You can hear me. Yeah. It's this the type of time that I'm on. So I don't know. We're gonna see what type of time they are. But there has been good people, good people like me that has, been effed over, especially out here in the dirty D. And it's no secret about what goes on out here, how grimy people are, motherfuckers that cross you. It's just that some places are a little bit more grimier than each other because everybody act like they don't know each other, but they do. By the time you figure out that they know each other, they done did some snake shit. Get what I'm saying? So my takeaway from that is when you are a kind person, you a nice person, you a loving person, don't ever change who you are. Just being too nice and overly forgiving is how people exploit you. You get what I'm saying? People run over you, people do stuff like that. Hold on. Okay. All right. So that's how people exploit your kindness. That's how people are able to take everything that you got, you know, by being too trusting and stuff like that. I'm learning that the same way that you see people do in front of your face, like in the music industry and politics, it's the same shit, same thing. Like same thing that happened in Chicago. Like y'all are normal people. It's the same. How do I put this? Ghetto shit is ghetto shit. Ghetto shit is ghetto shit. You don't have to be poor just to go through the same stuff that people with money go through. Because I feel like I'm just tied in to a lot of stuff that with people that got money unknowingly because I don't. That's the only difference. And I think a lot of people need to realize that we are caught up in the same games that they play. So just because you aren't in the same bracket doesn't mean that you're not. It's an illusion. You're tangled in with them some way, somehow, if that makes sense. Maybe your energy is. Maybe your money is. Money is just energy. Trying to figure out where your money going because you tied up with people that's just sucking it all up. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it is what it is. I'm past the part where people can make me feel a way about it and finesse me and go put on some jewelry and yeah, and I'm this, I'm that, I'm that nigga. No, I went through this shit. Been through this shit. I know what people do. It's just a simple fact, like they swear that they so gangster just because they have a couple bodies under their belt. They ain't about shit. These are like literally the most cowardice people, only because I haven't seen none of this physically with my eyes until she came out and admitted it. If it wasn't for my baby getting taken and me knowing some shit was wrong, me knowing some shit wasn't right, that's just that. And I feel like if you call yourself somebody of a higher power, of a higher authority, why sit behind the shadows? Maybe that's why they mad at me, because I sit part of the shadow. Brianna Latruth, why y'all didn't tell me I was part of the elites? I would have shut up. Shit, I would have been on my Riri. I wouldn't. I would. Fuck. You know how they just sit back and they just watch everything go down, but they pull strings in the background. Why y'all didn't tell me that's what I was part of? I would have helped them. No, ain't nobody wanted me to be being on the phone. Cool. Yeah, I'm gonna put my lip gloss on. So y'all didn't want to make me part of y'all elite group. What's the problem with me starting my own? See, that's the difference. I don't like cults. I don't like cults. I don't like spiritual psycho behavior. That's probably why y'all don't like me. I don't like that. Mm-mm. 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 Like Trump shit. Like, I know you crooked than a motherfucker. If I know you crooked than a motherfucker, fine, cool. Do what you do. Be crooked. I don't give a shit. But don't try to humble me when I don't even know. My bad. I got more money than you. You can't tell me what to do. Well, excuse me. You over here making it seem like we equal. You get what I'm saying? You feel my trip. I don't think nobody feeling my trip. Like, everything that I've had to go through, like, these people might as well be sitting next to me in the same bed. But they don't want to admit that. So I'll admit it. Being elite is overrated. You have to sit back and watch everything go down and you're supposed to say nothing. I mean, which is fine, but then that means I'm not part of no real gangster shit. People always want to holler, oh, she ain't gangster, she ain't go for. First of all, I wasn't part of no crime. For one, let's get it started there. I wasn't ever even invited. Okay? So can't nobody tell me I snitched on anybody, because I don't even know what the fuck I snitched on. I was just speaking from experience. So what I want y'all to take from this is, it's time to just let that fear shit go. Shit. Oh, I'm gonna go to jail if so. People used to die about this shit. We ain't never been scary as a black people, as a community. I don't think we've ever been scary. There's nothing different about me than there is anybody else. And I've never tried to make myself seem like I was. I don't understand where all the animosity came from. So yeah. that's just my little spiel. So I'm gonna cut this before it gets to 3 hours. I am going to be dropping some more content. Um, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I'm going to put everything in like the timestamps. So when you do go back and watch this, you'll know where to store where everything is. A timestamp. I put the timestamp right at the timestamp. So yeah, we're gonna do that. And this is my new page, y'all. This is brand new shit. Totally on some positive shit. Totally on some laughing. Um I don't want this page right here to be based on hollering and screaming and cussing people out. I don't. So I wish I ask that people respect that. If you don't agree with my opinion, I'll have a live on a certain day where I can just answer questions. If debating is not a factor for me no more unless we're talking about who got the best mac and cheese. Cause I'm always feel like I do. I don't give a damn. And I don't like all that heavy whipping cream and all that. Mm-mm. Nope. So yeah, we can debate about stuff like that. Those are my sentiments, guys. Thank you for listening to Mini Talk Radio. I love everybody who loves me. And don't forget to buy a girl a matcha. Little $5 ain't nothing. Starbucks is right up the street, girl. I'm the only thing your girl loves a matcha. Well, I don't even think it's $5 no more. That sucks. Who cares? Anyway, those are the vibes. I'm trying to think what else. Oh, my Instagram is gonna be back up. I gotta start working on another page for my personal Instagram. I mean, I want my old Instagram, but like I said, I don't know who follow me, so I'm gonna make another Instagram. I'm starting out like I'm wiping the slate clean. People been getting into my bank accounts, people been getting into my emails, all kinds of crazy shit, and I just want to start all over. So we'll see. We'll see how everything else goes. But all right, y'all. I'll fuss with y'all later.